I am going live. So I am live. Welcome, welcome, welcome all. Maybe welcome all. I don't know. Let's see if we get some brightness here. How's that? Is that bright enough? I'm thinking possibly too bright. I don't know. When people decide to show up, then I'll definitely decide to yak it. All right, so we got six. Whoa, they're coming on now. Everybody's wondering where in the hell I've been. I'm gonna look like a crone Christmas tree. How's that sound? Got my new crone hat on. I guess if you want to start talking, you can. I think it's a working. I need all messages are visible. Holy shit. Okay, so the messages are now visible. Thank you. All right, man, I was wondering about you earlier. Well, actually, Mr. Jeff Raymond, he actually sent me a message. He was the only one that sent me a message. And I think, Travis Eby, he actually called me and left me a message. Jeff, he caught me on Instagram and was wondering if I was okay. And I said, you know what? Yeah, I'm okay. But I wasn't quite ready to tell everybody what I've been up to. And for a very simple reason, if you are an Instagram subscriber and you were on at, I'm going to say about 2 o'clock in the morning, you may have seen where I was. Has anybody on here seen where I was? I don't know. I spoke with a young man today, Minnesota Oliver and Deer. I actually talked to him on the phone today, and then I had an emergency. Yep. No, that wasn't you, but you called. Yes, you did. I knew you were going to call, but yeah, I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. I had my son called. He had problems. SLC Farm 599, and here comes the asshole. So you see, this is the asshole. He comes on. He's no caller ID, and it's real simple. We can put him on. He hangs up like a cowardly douchebag, and I put it on airplane mode, and he is now gone. So I was actually in the Philippines. Yes, I was. I was there for 12 hours. I just flew around the world. I circumvented the world in 46 hours. I took off at 1:20 or 1:40 a.m. on the 19th. On the 19th, 1:40 a.m. on the 19th, and I landed at 7 a.m. on the 20th in the Philippines. I went to a hotel for 6 hours and then back to the airport to get on another airplane to fly back to John F. Kennedy Airport in New York. The reason I did that was because my mother-in-law needed someone to escort her. And this hat is driving me nuts. Needed someone to escort her back to the... I'll call you tomorrow, Mr. Minnesota Oliver and Deer. I'll call you back tomorrow. I'm sorry. I just couldn't. Or give me a call tomorrow for sure, and I'll talk to you some more. I'm sorry, but no jet lag at all, Timmy. But yeah, I know I cut you short today, and then I couldn't get back to you because some things were happening, and I'm a very, very, very busy person. And but anyways, in that 46 hours of flying, my mother-in-law needed an escort because she's 72 years old, and she had a little bit of a health issue. She was supposed to come by herself on the 18th, and we would have been good. But she has a permanent resident card that expires on the 20th. At 11:59 on the 20th, she needed to be in the United States, or the card would expire. So I was fortunate enough that I was able to do this, and we bought tickets, and I took off in the jet and flew over there, and we went east, which normally we go west and go up over the top, but this time we just went east. And we flew over Greenland, and then I'm sure we went over some other countries in there. I think we went over Greenland and ended up coming down across Russia, Mongolia, China, Hong Kong, and then into the Philippines. And then when we took off from the Philippines, we actually continued east and went up past Taiwan, Japan, the Aleutians, and up over Alaska, Anchorage, Alaska, and then down over Canada, and then over to New York. And Will you meet my mother-in-law someday? Yes, actually, my mother-in-law will be coming with us to on the straw job. She is going to be the camp chef, and yeah, she is. She will be. I'm sure you'll see her. She's going to be camp chef, and she's going to be taking care of William while Teresa's running tractors and balers and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyway, so I was not able to. I didn't even take any footage of the trip, even though it was really kind of cool to fly over China to see the cities that are there. It's kind of weird. I'm not a city man, but it was in the middle of the night. But the cities are just vast. You see these lit up, huge, huge in northern China. It was crazy. Well, I could tell you more about the straw job, but I think you're just going to have to see it. There's some secrecy as to the location in what part of South Carolina I'll be in, and North Carolina that I'll be in, and possibly Virginia that I'll be in. Uh, so there's some secrecy there, and there just really is no reason at this time to disclose the area in which we're at, because there is some people that watch my channel that would just love to go and attempt to create trouble for me down in these areas, and create trouble for my the contractor that I'm being contracted by. So I'm just kind of keeping that to myself for now. Yeah. So I'll be where the straw is. That's exactly right. So if you know where the straw is, then you'll know where I'm at. Boy, William is not a happy camper for some reason. I will be bailing I'll be chasing combines. They have a 7710. Boy, that would be nice to just take the loader and put it on a 7710. I don't think I'm going to have problems from the locals. I think I'm going to have problems from business, other people that want to be in the straw business. If I disclose the area that I'm going to be in, that they will actually go there and try to snag up some of this land. And we just don't need that. Yeah. Shrek. Yeah, of course I like Shrek. Yeah. Yes, I will still be baling every bale of hay that I bale this year. 2019 is your best year. I think it's going to be. I'm quite excited. I'm quite excited about a few things that are going to happen while I'm down there. And, just the experience itself and the time with the family, because it's all family. 8,000 hours. Fuck, that's getting up there. I wonder what's the price on it? And why does Messick's have a 7710? What is this yee yee shit? I hear people saying yee yee. What the fuck is that? It's not even cool. It sounds like you got something stuck in your ass. Yee yee. What the fuck is that? Stop that. You sound stupid. There you go. That ain't a rebel yell. A rebel yell. If you ever did that back when there was the Civil War, you would be like shot by your own comrades, you dumbasses. Stop doing it. Who the fuck is Earl Dibble? Yeah, anyway. Maybe that would come from Al Gore. Al Gore would go, yee yee, the environment's getting screwed up. Yeah, there you go. Good old Al Gore. I didn't have a day off. I just think that's dumb. Stop doing it. Don't even spread stupidity like that. It's yeehaw. And a rebel yell, they never went yee yee. I can guarantee you. I'm ready for spring too. It is butt fuck retarded, Gunnar Holton. I'm going to show that because that just sums it up right there. Yee yee, sticking his head in my ass. Shit like that, for God's sakes. I mean, I thought that was just stupidity that was local here. But I'm sure there's some stupid douchebag that sings country music that went yee yee somewheres and got all the little girlies wet in their panties. And now all these guys are yelling yee yee, trying to get their little girlfriends wet in their panties. But, I mean, I'm sure somebody will tell me who started that crap. I'm from Tennessee, and we don't say that crap. There you go. Oh God, thanks, Jason Grimes, Games Production. There you go. How much Baylor do you have? Two. I've got two. Yeah, yee yee pow pow. Yeah, okay. It's a 7710 with 50, 75, 25 hours for 41,900. You know, I paid 42,000 for my 7410 back in 1995. No, yeah, it was no 2005. I'm sorry. Correct me. I'm wrong. 2005 spring. Al Gore started it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's something wrong with that dude. Yeah. I pretty much sum it up about the EE bullshit. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad I did. I'm going to show every one of these that have foul language in it because that's, I swear to God, I've gotten several emails and comments and Facebook things from wives saying, I'm not going to let my husband watch your show anymore because you use the F word. Yeah. Follow your husband to his job. And if he works anywhere around other real men, they use the F word. Oh, and the really good one, the coveted C word. Terrible. Yeah. Oh my God. He uses the F word. And my children, they're like 12 years old and their virgin ears have never heard it. Go to school. Listen to these children. They curse worse than I do. Thank you. Right? I mean, if you're one of those women that have emailed me, I'm sorry, but go ask your 12, 10, 12, 11-year-old kid, whether it's a boy or girl, and say, do you know the F word that one lonely farmer guy has said so many times? I think he's corrupting your little virgin ears. Come on, grow up, people. Anyway, I guess I'm just talking I'm grumpy. Kids are sailors. I used to be one, right? I mean, if it was a fuck cunt bullshit cocksucking motherfucking asshole, it was said in school. Right. What time is it? Oh, half past the monkey's cunt, quarter to its ass. You ever hear that one? I mean, that's the stuff we used to say. We grew up and realized it's offensive, but you know what? Kids don't care. They'll say a fuck ton of shit just because they can. Yeah, yeah. Well, see, when you grow up and you can't say cunt hair anymore because people look at you funny, it's a C hair. And then they're like, what's a C hair? I was like, well, it's like nicer for, like the short hairs, I'm like, what's the short hairs? It's just pussy hair. You'll know when you're licking one. You get it in the back of your throat. God. But I don't think I have hair no more. I think they all shaved that off. And God, I hope my mom isn't watching this. Please, Mom, don't watch this. Please. Oh, stop watching my videos, Mom. I'm terrible. Yeah. A redheaded sea hair. Oh, yeah. That's a pimple. Or herpes, I think. A redheaded sea hair, that's herpes. Dude, you don't want herpes. You see a redheaded sea hair, you better run the other way. Oh, here's where Yee Yee came from. Okay. What is this? I'm going to show it. It's Ticket Herald Tribune. Who the fuck is that guy? Oh yeah, this is an awesome hat. Well, you see, I changed it over. I try to put a variety of hats on. I actually have a hat collection that probably rivals many. Yeah. My mom is going to have to talk with me. I'm sure she's going to be like flipping out over this one. Black hair, redhead, hair different thickness. Machinist talk tool. Oh yeah, right. Oh God, black is like wire. Wire. That's tough. That's tough to swallow. Black. How many children are on? Hey, could you all like start posting your ages so I can speak appropriately? I mean, just get your ages up there. And if you're like in your 50s or 60s, that's it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Here we go. 69, 22, 19, 20, 32. Holy shit, guys. I have a 14. One said 3. So that's about my holy hell. This is awesome. 30s, 50s. So the majority of you are well into your adulthood. There's a 17-year-old. You probably curse worse than me. Here's the 16, a 10. Sorry. 10 years old. You need to log off now because this thing went awry. This is awesome, though. Holy shit. Shit. 13. Yeah, you're cursing like a sailor too. Oh my God. You get to about, I don't know, 22. You kind of tame it down because the girl's like, oh my God, did you hear what he said? I'm trying to show all these. Oh yeah, you went too fast. 43. What the heck was that? Something with a sprout. I've never seen that one before. 41, 69, 53. This is like a Johnny Cash song reading these things. It's 1950, 51, 52, 53, 54 automobile. Yeah, there you go. And if you're over 50, 45, if you're over 40, you'll know who Johnny Cash was. Oh, there's a 9-year-old. I'm sorry. There's an 11-year-old. Okay, a couple of 11-year-olds. I think I better maybe tame it down a little bit for those guys. I'm sorry. If your moms are listening in, put your headsets on so you don't have to hear my foul mouth. 15 years old. Yeah, you're a sailor. You're worse than a sailor. You curse like a farmer. You ever hear a farmer smack his hand with a hammer or something? It's like there's no curse words that cannot be used when you smack your hand with a hammer. Oh my God! Once upon a time, I used to know all the dirty little songs like Old MacDonald sitting on a bench, beating his meat with a monkey wrench. He missed his meat and hit his balls, cummed all over his overalls. He ran to the kitchen, but he ran too fast, stuck his fingers up Grandma's ass. So God bless me, oh bless my soul. Get your fingers out of my asshole. So if you've never heard that one, there you go. Oh my God. Yeah, so mom's really, really, really flipping out now. I mean, there's the tamer ones that everybody knows. Like, there once was a genie with a 10-foot weenie. He showed it to the girl next door. She thought it was a snake, so she hit it with a rake, and now it's only 5'4". Yeah, that's some bad language. Oh, that was hilarious. Yeah. Oh, I got a whole bunch of them in the back of my head. Bitch, I'm 9. Yeah, well, your mom's going to hear that stuff. What in God's name are you listening to? It's One Lonely Farmer, Mom. Blame him. Send him emails. But, yeah, I got all kinds. Say all of them? Oh, God. There's one that I knew when I was really young. It was, down by the coconut tree. That's where she showed it to me. It was hairy and black and it had a big crack and it looked like a jungle to me. So I took out my hairy banana. I stuck it in that hairy crack. And as she started to scream, I injected my cream and then I put my banana back. There you go. That's an old one. Never heard that one? Old Jack and Jill went up a hill to fetch a pail of water. Now wait, Jack and Jill went up the hill to do some hanky-panky. Jack said, ah, Jill said, ooh, and out come little Frankie. Yeah. There once was a man from Nantucket. His dick was so long he could fuck it. He said with a grin as he wiped off his chin, if my ear was a cunt, I would fuck it. There you go. How's that one? Oh, man. If your moms are listening to this, you have now been banned from my channel. Holy shit, I got 750 people watching this thing and only 162 thumbs up. What's wrong with you? Oh, my God. I don't think the rootin' and a tootin' and her bootin'. I don't think I've ever heard that one. Well, the motorcycle club had a party, and all the young virgins was there. I found a plum with little bitty titties and a pretty yellow ribbon in her hair. So I told her the 3 biggest lies in the world, the ones my daddy first told me. And that was the beginning of my sexual life and the end of my fantasy. Well, I said, this'll only hurt for a little while. I'll only put the head of it in. I promise that I'll never try to come in your mouth. And it goes on. There's 3 courses to that one. It's a little loud. It's a little, yeah. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard that one. Yeah, Father Goose. Yeah, I never heard those. I'm waiting till you answer my question before I thumbs up. Okay, Glenn, what is your question? I never see your questions. I only see why the hell don't you answer my question? I get a lot of thumbs up. Question, repeat, question. $44.50. I bought that. We bought that in 1998. Yeah, we didn't buy it new. Anyone done with 2018 hay yet? I'm not. I'm about done. I can't deal with it anymore. The rain it's so wet. It's so wet. Joseph skimmed the bucket on the loader across the ground on his skid steer. And when he tilted it back up, he had a half a bucket of water. That's how much water is there. Is granular fertilizer organic? Well, it depends on what the granular is. Okay. You can send that hay my way. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it's Stony Ridge Farmer. He usually gives me money. Stony Ridge Farmer, give me money. That's a joke. It's okay. This UI guy is almost going to get removed. He's being mean. Yeah. Yeah, it is just terribly wet. Yeah, I think it's time to hide this man from my put user in timeout. See you. We don't need you anymore. You just lost your privilege. I just love putting people in timeout. It's like when Timothy was born. You can't put him in the corner anymore. That destroys their emotions. You have to put them in the timeout spot. Oh, yeah? Timeout spot? Is that something you got from your priest down at the Catholic school? Oh, there it is. Woohoo! $2. Yeah, buddy. No wonder you're talking shit because somebody hid somebody. Damn it, I wanted to read that. Yeah. So Mr. Stony Ridge, where the heck you been? Oh, I've been away, not you. I saw that you did. Okay, so here's Jane Ledisma. Hello, everybody, for $2. And now I just wait a minute, where are you? I just blocked them. No more trolls in 2019. Yeah, I mean, I did go through a blocking phase here about a week and a half ago. I blocked a bunch of people, and after there was a guy that called me up. He was like, why haven't I seen any of your why haven't I seen any of the comments that I've commented on your post with? Doug Barber. There you go. $2. There you go. LSELLC, Luminant Solar Energy, $1. Timeout is for pussies. Well, when I was a kid, timeout was after you got your ass whooped, and your timeout spot was in the corner of the dining room. And if you were really bad, it was a half an hour. If you were really, really bad, it was a whole hour. And you learned to be a good kid then. Yeah, a good smack on the ass with a milker hose will teach any kid not to do whatever it was they were doing. Yeah, I heard that stupid socialist jackass is running for president. Holy cow. Army Mike 81, 1999. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. How many more? Oh, shit. I can't read this fast. Adopt me. I can't adopt you. I'm done. I've got enough children. Yeah, sorry. I never got timeout. I was just beat, right? I'll never forget. And here it comes. It's story time. It's story time. So when I was a kid, we used to have hunters. Well, the hunters still come to the farm, but we had these hunters, and the old man had a Dodge Dart with 2 steering wheels in it and 2 sets of pedals, because he was driver's ed teacher. And wait till my father gets the worst word. Yeah, right. Wait till your father gets home. And yeah, and his belt hurt worse than anything. He might not have hit you as hard as you thought he did, but it hurt your feelings. It hurt your ass. It just hurt. But anyway, so this Dodge Dart, we were looking in the windows, like, holy cow, this is really cool. It had 2 sets of everything. And as me and my sisters were there, they're looking in the car, playing around the car, because it was in our front yard. Gunnar Holton, $3, $2.99. Put chat in slow mode. How the hell do you do that? I don't even know how to do that. Hold on. Pop out that tile. What the hell is? Oh, okay. Popular chat toggle. No, I don't see it. I don't see how to do it. You tell me you do it. Live chat. Top chat. Most potential spam may not be visible. Some messages, such as potential spam, may be visible. Whatever. Anyway, these hot air balloons came over the neighboring property. So me and my sisters, me and my sisters, we climbed up on top of this Dodge Dart on the roof. Now it was they used to put like this soft material. John Thompson, 299. Glad, thank you. They put this soft. They called it. It wasn't a soft top, but it was like, I guess it was a soft top. It wasn't. It wasn't a hard. It was over metal, but they were soft and it was squishy. And that's what this Dodge Dart had. It was yellow and it had this black soft top, not a convertible. And we were standing on top of this, and my mother came home and saw all three of us on top of the car, and she was mortified. My husband whips me with his belt to put me in my place. Well, yee, pow, pow. I thought you were a boy. But yeah, vinyl top, canvas top or whatever. Anyway, she comes in. She was mortified. She whacked us as she jumped out of the Jeep. We had a 76 Jeep and a Wagoneer. And she jumps out and she whacked us and told us to go in the house. And she was going to call our father, who was over at the barn milking cows. So what do? An ass whooping. You're right. This was ass whooping of biblical proportion. So we knew we were going to get our asses beat. And my sisters, it was my oldest sister, Wendy, and then Holly was, a year later, and I was a year and a half later. So when I turned 47, Holly will be 48 and Wendy is 49, but Wendy died. So, she's dead. And then in August, Wendy would have turned 50. But anyway, I don't remember my mom hitting me because I ran faster than my sisters. I was pretty quick, little devil. And anyway, you got to go to the farm. Your dad's gonna dole out the punishment. So it's like, oh my God, he's gonna beat us with the milker hose, and we knew it was coming because we'd been whacked with the milker hose before. Now he didn't like whip us to death. We got like 2 to 3 whacks, depending on how bad it was, and it was usually on our ass. And it wasn't really. It didn't leave welts. It left a little redness on your ass, but of course, I never looked in the mirror. Well, so we stuffed clothing down our pants because it was fall. It was hunting season. We stuffed clothing down our pants so that when he hit us with the milker hose, it wouldn't hurt so bad. And we thought we were smarter than my father. Well, let me tell you something. You're not smarter than your parents. You think you are, but it's like, come on. So what did he do? Okay. Yep. Shouldn't have done that. Anyway, he saw that we had clothes stuffed down our pants because we didn't just put like 1 or 2 layers of stuff on. We stuffed shit down our pants. And you know where he went for? The backs of your legs. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you that I wish I never, ever, 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 ever put clothes down my pants to protect my ass, because getting hit in the back of your legs with a milker hose. And he was a little upset. He wasn't violently mad, but he was not happy. And when he hit us, it was the back of our legs, and that stung. And I remember we did have welts on the back of our legs because he was a little upset. Now, it didn't break the skin or anything, and we weren't like scarred for life over it, but I do remember it. And I can tell you, I never climbed on top of another car that didn't belong to me ever again. That's for sure. Yep. Can you say kiss my stars? Okay. Yeah, kiss my stars. I'm 16 years old, and it makes me sick to see the way kids are nowadays. Act disrespectful to their parents and assholes. No one is gentleman or a true lady anymore, unfortunately. Well, I kind of just, like I said, I just flew around the world, and I've seen all kinds of people, and tried to be a smart ass. Kids got punished for being smart. Yeah, you got a smart mouth. You got soap in your mouth. You know what? The worst invention for cursing kids was liquid soap. That is terrible. You take a bar of soap. My dad, he'd scrape it across the top of my on the bottom of my teeth, so that, and we weren't allowed to get a drink of water. But then he discovered Sunlight dish soap. Oh, that lemony scent. Lemony scent doesn't mean lemony flavor. That stuff was terrible. So we used the liquid soap in the milk house for washing milkers. So, you take this water, you get it in there, and you throw, I don't know, a tablespoon of liquid soap in there, and then you wash the milkers. It gave you suds, and it looked really good. And then when you hung the milker, then you rinsed it. It was done. No big deal. And anyway, I forget what I said, and he squirt that liquid sunlight dish soap in my mouth. There was no getting that out. I think I even swallowed it and farted bubbles. I swear to God. That was the worst because I was choking and spitting and foaming at the mouth. If you want to call child abuse, that's close. I mean, that was probably the roughest thing he ever did to us. And then there was a kid that died from soap, and that was the last of that. And then I just got the belt again. Unspeakable fan. There you go. Once I was swore my dad threatened to pull one of my teeth. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Did he actually do it, though? Tide Pods. Well, kids are eating that shit voluntarily now. So I guess that's out. Yeah. Got to get the thumbs up, fellas. We are like halfway there. So, yeah, we doing this yee yee pow. Oh, God. Kick yee yee pow pow. Well, I don't care. I can ignore a lot. When somebody starts calling me an asshole or something, I can be. I mean, I'm sorry. Emily, are you actually a woman? Emily LeConte? Because, I know there's a lot of men out there that use women's computers. So I'm thinking that that's the case. I have less than 5% or 5% women watchers. Yeah, 900 viewers. Yeah, I'm pretty popular, dude. Stony Ridge, he has more subscribers than me, but I have the most loyal subscribers in the farming network. I have the most loyal subscribers on my farming channel than anybody else. I don't care if you're the millennial farmer or not. I have very loyal subscribers, and that's you guys, and I thank you for that. I guess it's because I'm not refined, and if millennial farmers watching this, I'm not refined enough. I'm sorry. I'm just real. Okay. I'm just as real as you get. And I don't try to be like Mr. Sugarcoat, and I really don't care. I'm 46 years old. My sarcasm is adjusted due to some people's stupidity. So the dumber the person, the more my sarcasm is. And I got a little story while I was sitting in the airport. You will not believe this. Glenn S. It takes one to know one, Wes. By the way, that's going to happen to the grain. What's going to happen to the grain bin? It's going to get repaired. I'm not tearing it down. I'm fixing it. I don't care what all these people say. I'll tear it down. It'll cost too much. It's about $9,000 to fix the grain bin. It's $45,000 to replace it. So a good $9,000. I don't care about the rest of it. That's fine. Yeah, the road to $1 million. So, all right. So I'm sitting in the airport. Oh, you're going to love this. Now I'm Freddy Krueger. I'm sitting in the airport, and there's this guy. There's two white guys. Now I'm on a flight to the Philippines on Philippine Air, and this one white guy is sitting there like this. He's like a dog shitting razor blades. And the other guy, he is drunk. And all around me are Filipinos, Philippine women, mostly Philippine women. I didn't see any Philippine men at all in this little area. So this guy's talking about the red dragon, right? So I'm thinking, all right. So I've heard a lot of terms for menstruation, and the red dragon it's not new to me. It's just one that is very rarely used. So this guy's like, yeah, these Philippine women, they'll do anything for you until the red dragon comes around. I'm like, it took me a few minutes to hear this. And there's this one girl, she was really pretty, and he was zoned in on her because she's a pretty girl. And he's like, yeah, you're all the same. You're intelligent, right? It's not like you're stupid. You could get a job, and it's really sad that your college education doesn't count anywhere in the world. And she was a very articulate person. The way she talked to him was with patience, and she had just enough sarcasm that everybody around knew that she was making him look like an idiot, which he was being a total idiot. So I'm not on drugs. I'm really tired. I got home at 5:00 this morning. I got up at 7:30 and I worked my entire day. So that's why I'm tired. So I fell into the burning ring of fire. So, anyways, this guy he's drunk, and the guy next to him is an older fella. I'm going to say 75 years old, and he's going to go meet his Filipina girlfriend for the first time. He has sent thousands of dollars to the Philippines. He even is the godfather to this girl's cousin. And I'm thinking to myself, because he's telling me this stuff, and I was like, dude, how many times have you been to the Philippines? Oh, no, this is my first time. And I'm like, you need to slow down. If you're sending money to somebody, and then he showed me a picture of her. He's 75, by the way, at least, if not 80, closing in on 80. He's there. And okay, so this Omega guy, you're starting to aggravate me. So you get, I'm going to put you in timeout, okay? So I'm done with you. I'm tired of this kiss my ass crap. So here you go. You're still watching, but you're in timeout. Yeah, we're going to block that UI. And ready? We're just going to remove. Goodbye. And message deleted, view deleted. I deleted it. Now, if you continue, I'm just going to block you, which will come next. So behave yourself. Anyway, this drunk guy keeps going on, and his girlfriend from the Philippines calls him, and he says, you're a pain in my ass, and starts talking really crap, a lot of crap, like a lot of crap to her all around these people. And I was like, oh my God. Now, he's being evil to her on the phone, and the people around him are Filipinas, and he's talking like, you're all the same. You're all the same. You get so grumpy and jealous, and then you take it out on me. I can't take this. Starts flipping out. Well, anyways, he looks at me and he says to me, he says, watch my seat. I got to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, okay, I can watch it. I'm not holding it for him. I don't want the guy anywhere near me. So anyway, okay, UI, you're close. Anyway, the guy goes to the bathroom, and two people, because he left, other people came in and sat in the area because he had pretty much evacuated about 50% of the people that were there because of his lewdness. But he comes back, and his seat was not taken. He's like, oh, you were supposed to hold my seat. I says, it's right there. I said, I was trying to sell it, and nobody would buy it. He's like, oh, well, how much were you going to get for it? I says, well, enough for a couple of show pal in the Philippines, and that'd been good. And the girl next to me, she's laughing. She's like, oh, you've had show pal? I says, yeah, asado, not the bola bola. I said, and she's like, oh, she says, yeah, those are the good ones. I was like, yeah, no, I don't want the ones with the red dot. Oh my God, how many times? And of course, then it went all crazy from there. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna do this. Ready? Oh, if I could just get this to see ya. You're not back now. You are now gone. You are gone. Anyway, so anyway, he's a few minutes later, he says to me that somebody stole his coat. Well, he was so drunk, he moved from one side to the other and left his coat over there. He's like, yeah, they stole my coat and my drinks. He said, now I can't find them. When he was getting on the airplane, a nice woman walked up to him with his coat and his drinks and handed it to him because she's like, no, they were here the whole time. Like, you idiot. But anyways, people like that need to go. Anyway, I guess, wow, there's over 1,000 people watching it. This is insane. So as you can see, I'm really tired. My eyes, I look like, yeah, that was kind of freaky. I don't think I should do that. That's really cool. I got 1,000. Hey, Stony Ridge, Josh, you got to get 1,000 guys watching your channel. I know you can do it. You're woohoo, right? There you go. I did that terrible. I am so tired. I don't even know what I'm saying. Yeah, I did. BC 65925. This is a guy who could have rented his motorcycle, his scooter at the local hotel here to Mexicans. I'll bet you could have got about $150 to have tip pictures taken on that. You might have even gotten a Mexican. Yeah. Wow. Bandit USMC, $20. Thank you. I guess, yeah, wow. That's crazy. But yeah, so that's what the trip was about. And if you're new here, if you're new and you haven't seen what the trip was about, I had to go pick up my mother-in-law in the Philippines. That's why I was off grid for a while. I did actually have a video that was uploaded. I think it was uploaded. I might have downloaded it on the computer, but not uploaded it, and I never published it. So what's the next mechanical project on the farm? Next mechanical project on the farm. Actually, the F-250, my dad's white F-250. We're going to be ripping the bed off of it and preparing it. We're going to put a new set of leaf springs in. We're going to add some leaf springs, and I'm going to prepare it for a tool body to fill it with tools and outfit it for just farm use. Down in the Carolinas and in Virginia and into the around the farm here for a mobile tool truck. We'll have the generator in it, air compressor, and a welder on it. So that's what's going to happen. SLC Farms, holy cow! Western Josh, Stony Ridge Rock, both awesome channels. $9.99. You could get this whole thing for $9.99. Love that. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, because I have just like you, SLC, when I want to donate, and I do actually when I see a live stream, I do the super chats myself, and I can't seem to get that $10 mark. It's like $9.99 or nothing, or $21.99 or some shit like that. It drives me nuts. So I don't understand how that works personally. I guess I'm too stupid. Okay, so the Skull Lord now, he's being an idiot. Okay, we can get rid of you too. We're about ready to start blocking here because I'm getting tired of it. Tanker trailer for fuel down there. No, the fuel is being delivered to me, and that's not. I don't pay for that. I don't pay for fuel. I don't pay for twine. That's on them. They will be delivering fuel. I don't know if I have to go get the fuel truck or whether the fuel truck will come to me. I'm not sure. Fords. I like Fords. I don't really have a problem with Chevy trucks. I think Chevy cars are Chevy's kind of starting to do better now, but yeah. No, I'm not doing any more moderators. I have two. And I was thinking of actually pulling that power away just because some of the comments they do get away. I don't mind too much. I had a troll make a channel called Stony Ridge asshole. Oh my God. I've been one lonely grass cutter. but never Stony Ridge asshole. Holy cow. If I'm the one lonely asshole, that's okay. My asshole can be lonely. It's fine. I don't mind. That is flattering. Yeah, the one lonely asshole. You're right. My asshole's lonely. It doesn't get much business. It doesn't get any business for that matter, but just hide you. We're gonna hide you. No chicks in ass. Yeah, mine too, Uncle Jaden. Yeah, I don't go there. Yeah, one lonely contractor. Now, what's going to happen with the videos while I'm down there is they will be published. There will be videos. I will not be showing the area. I'll be showing the job and no signage or whatever. And also, if you are from the area where I am working, which I'm sure there are a few of you are going to recognize, I would love your discretion. And I will probably be saying that during the course of the videos. And maybe possibly take taking down the comment section while I'm down there, just so that the people that do want to blab off as to where I'm at, they can't spread it. And that will only be on videos that are out in the fields and stuff. So we'll see how that goes while I'm down there. But, I know you guys are going to be, I know everybody likes to talk back and forth on the comments section. And that's why I do let the comment section up, because, I get a lot of information from the comment section, and it does allow me to connect with the fans and stuff. And I really like you guys. I really do. I like you all. There are a few that are crap. So, but if you are from the Carolinas, Virginia area, and you do recognize an area that I'm in, wow, Doug Barber, love your channel. Been watching for a few years now. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you so much. I mean, wow. Okay. That's great. But you know what I'm saying? It isn't, I don't want people showing up where I'm at. Okay. And there are people that will, hey, I'm only 20 miles away. I'll be right there. I'm not down there to do meet and greets. I'm not. I'm sorry. And it would be great and all, but I can't do it. I can't do that. And it's going to upset some people. And I don't want to be down where I'm working and have a bunch of people showing up at random times trying to talk to me while I'm trying to do a job that I'm getting paid to do. And, it is on times. It's a timed, I have a certain amount of time that I have to bale 30,000 plus bales of straw. So yeah. Yeah. So that's just all there is to it. So when I do looking for Stony Ridge baling, yeah, Stony Ridge is allowed to come to where I'm going to be at, because he's close and I like him, and he has experience in tractors. And yeah, he's gonna come down and spend a few days or a couple days or whatever it is, any amount of time that's possible, and maybe have him on. There's 2 crews going to be running now. 2 full crews. One crew is going to be baling with 2 balers and a stack wagon. The other crew is going to be tarping, and the tarping is going to happen simultaneously. Not just my hay or straw, not just the straw that I am getting baled, but the straw that the other crews are going to be baling will need to be tarped also. So I'm in discussion with the contractors there about tarping, and I'm hoping that we can come to an agreement as to that, and we can get that together. And I'm sure the Stony Ridge farmer, yeah, he's going to work. I believe that Josh, he's right here, and he's telling me that he's going to work. And I try to align myself with people that do have the work ethic like myself. And all right, so you have now found your way into oblivion. Had enough of you. You're probably just going to make a new channel and come back. But that's okay. I'm buying you some Carolina barbecue too. Well, that'd be okay. I don't mind that. It's all good. Yep. You're going to a couple fingers of Jack and wind down. You know what? That doesn't sound like too bad of an idea. I'm pretty tired, and it's 9:30, and I've been on here for a little bit. And yeah, I have a beautiful wife behind those doors there that I'm sure would just love to rub my back. My ass, I got to tell you though, my ass is so sore. My ass is really sore. It is 24,000 plus miles around the world. Okay. Don't acknowledge the trolls, homie. You're giving them instant gratification. They're laughing at you. They can laugh all they want, because I'm the dude that gets the last laugh. So here's Chucky 2009. And I just want to give Chucky 2009 a shout out, even though his channel is much larger than mine. I've been watching Chucky since he was like this 14-year-old kid trying to get an Alice Chalmers WC, or I think it was a WC started. And he had a Ford pickup truck that was all rotted out, and the hangers were bad, and he got a bunch of parts for Christmas, and he never did put that truck together. And then he got it stuck out in the mud, and the cops showed up. And see, he didn't say yee either. See, Chucky knows how to talk, not this yee crap. Ay. But yeah, so I've been watching him forever, since before I even had a channel. Chucky's been on here longer than me. He actually had a channel before Chucky 2009. It was taken down. That's how long I have watched Mr. Chucky. He is about the same age as Timothy, and I don't know why. I just really enjoy his channel. Yeah, so there it is. And it actually surprises me that he watches my stuff too, even though, he's been doing this longer. Um, but I guess it doesn't surprise me. And I'm sure he's watched me do some welding stuff because he's an excellent welder. And I'm sure he's been screaming like, "What are you doing?" That kind of stuff. Because I don't have any formal welding. I know how to weld and I can get shit to work really nice. But yeah, big fan of yours, Wes. I often watch your videos while I'm making breakfast. Well, there you go. So if I can get a bigger channel than mine to actually watch me while he's making or eating breakfast, that's the way it is, and that's great too. And we do support one another. I got to tell you, I've been on YouTube long enough to know that there are two types of YouTubers. There's a rare type of YouTuber, and then there is the very common type of YouTuber. And the rare type of YouTuber that has a channel that comes up through the ranks, because I got to say, you come up through the ranks, you earn your channel, you earn your keep. And by doing that, you align yourself with certain individuals, and that is the YouTube community. Usually the YouTube community in which you belong to is your subject matter. Now, I've been on YouTube for 10 years. The first videos that I put up in 2009 were taken down. I took them down because they were of my kids and they really didn't do anything for the channel. They weren't subject matter. They were just subject to criticism more than anything. So as I was gaining subscribers and popularity, I actually watched a fellow who is just now coming back onto YouTube, Wagner, with a bunch of numbers and letters after it, a bunch of numbers after Wagner, whatever. It's Wayne Wick. I watched him, and Chucky will know who I'm talking about here. I watched David's Farm. David's Farm was really kind of a fucked up channel, and Chucky knows all about that because he had some rants about the pedophile that had that channel. And and of course the One Pug Life, and that crap. These guys were Canadians. They were nuts, and they did all this crazy stuff. And I was doing some mechanical videos, and I wasn't the crazy idiot with the mechanical videos like they were doing. And I had the farming stuff, so I was on the Wayne Wick channel, the Wagner channel. Yeah, Wayne is great. He's back on, by the way. He's back making videos again. So anyway, so you kind of put your name out there on these different channels, and you become members of the community and you get to know people. And like I say, the WT Farm Girl is a friendly troll, and that's how she's building her channel, by going to all the farming community channels, putting her name out there and pulling subscribers from these channels. And if you're big, my channel is big. It was probably the biggest farm channel for a while. I don't know, because I really don't care how many subscribers I got. I just care about the people that are subscribed to me, and that I'm, that they're come and watch. If they don't watch, your channel dies. But there were other channels, other farming channels, that have grown and blown past me. And now in the comment section, they're silent. You don't see them anymore. So it's like they needed me to get to a level, and now they're gone. And I'm not saying that they're not watching. It's just they don't need to watch. See, I try not to comment on anybody's channel. I mean, here and there I will, like the smaller guys, Bame Farm. I love Bame Farm. I think he's a great kid. Stony Ridge. Here's another guy. He blew past me. He's here. He is here tonight. This is the kind of guy I want. He's the kind of guy I want to watch. He is my kind of YouTuber. The kind of guy that he doesn't really use me. I mean, he watched my channels and stuff, and he really never commented or anything, but he's a great guy, great character, great person. And here he is. He's bigger than me, and he's still here. Now, some of the other smaller channels that popped past me, you can't get boo back from them. When they were below you by a few, like 20, 30, 40, 50,000 subscribers, if you put a message on or a comment on their video that they did, you'd get a comment back like, "Oh my God, well, only farmer," and And then when they pass you, that all stops. And that's the kind of YouTuber I really don't want to be with. I don't want to be around that type of person. The Stony Ridge guy, yeah, Josh, he's a good guy. He's still here. He's bigger than me. His channel's bigger than mine. And I'm grateful that he is where he is. Hopefully I helped him along the way, and I haven't watched any of your stuff, man. I've been busier than a one-legged man in an ass kicking contest, but I haven't watched anything lately. I'm really interested in that Jeep because, as you may or may not know, I have Timothy has a 1940 46 CJ2A in the barn, and we need a tub, a frame, and some other parts. And I would love to watch you do yours so that I can get Timothy to do that. And Chucky 2009, here's another guy. I mean, his channel is leaps and bounds above mine. And here he is commenting. He's a good YouTuber. He's respectful. I mean, he's just, again, when people jump on him, I'll come to defend him every day because it's just not, he's the type of YouTuber that the community really needs. Not the type that are like, oh, I need you. And then when they don't need you anymore, you're like a flea on their ass, just annoying them, even though you got them started or in the right direction. Now, I have helped a lot of YouTubers along the way. Lord Muck, great guy. He doesn't care if his channel ever grows. I talk to him regularly. George Saunders. When I went over to England and I met George Saunders, I like George. George is a good guy. I'm going to go meet him again. George's channel grew a lot. He's doing really well. And you know what? I don't see George just ignoring me ever, because I'm telling you, I would say we're friends. Yeah. And, Chucky stopped watching or reading the comment sections because of the absolute hate. And I can handle that because these people that put that hate out here, they're not going to say that to your face. They are cowardly little scumbuckets that would never say it to your face. But because they've got one of these things, they can say whatever they want with no consequence. But I keep reading the comments, and it's okay. I have never watched AVE. I've never watched him. I don't know why. I just never did. Maybe it's because I don't have that much time. Over 1,000 comments answered yesterday. Where you at? On my channel. And that's another thing. When you do answer comments, and I do answer comments, I can't answer all your comments because if you look at my comment section, there's hundreds per video. So I kind of skim through, and if I see something that hasn't been answered before, and those are usually the comments that I answer, the ones that haven't been answered before. Because if you're a YouTuber, it's redundant day after day after day. How many tractors do you have? Any cows? Do you own that equipment? How many acres do you farm? How many bales are you going to make? How many bales you got to make? I mean, there was just one here. I just saw it. It's how many bales do we have to go? I think my 2018 hay season is over, and I still have about 600 to 800 acres out there. Unless it dries out or we have some freak freeze up, we're done. Okay. It takes lots of time to show the love, makes people feel special. And that right there is the key to this whole thing. If you want to keep your subscribers, there's a lot of guys out there that do want that one-on-one. But I think 95% of the YouTube community, they know that we're really busy. I mean, YouTube is a hobby for me. This is not full-time business. I get up every morning. I do YouTube because it makes me feel good. I really do feel good about what I put out there. The criticism, you know what? Those are just people that their mom and dad didn't love them enough. That's all there is to that. If you need help, I'll do it. I'll work for food. John Deere 4955 Oliver. Yeah, I'll work for food. Still my favorite process. Yeah, Wes, you going to look at that 7710? I don't think so. I'm out of money. I still have, like I said, I have 600 to 800 acres of hay that's never going to get made, which is, let's just say 1,600 tons, which is close to $200,000 worth of material. You know, yeah, it's 1,600 tons, which is close to $200,000 of material. A lot of people don't. Cornhead grease, Dave Kimbler. You can go to any John Deere dealer. It is meant for cold weather. It is NLGI 0. It's for cold weather, but it works if you get gear cases that leak regular gear oil out, you can put that in there and it works wonderfully. The New Holland Rollabar hay rake uses that stuff very well. Very, very well. So, yeah. What kind of things you have left to get ready for your straw job? A lot. I have a lot of planning to do. There's a logistic nightmare that I have to deal with. And the logistic nightmare is my tractors are extraordinarily heavy, and also the balers are extraordinarily heavy. So we're either going to buy permits to go overloaded. I'm not hauling them. I'm not doing that. Somebody else is going to do it. Either going to go overloaded permits, which is fine. You can go up to 100,000 pounds, and then we can pull 2 tractors. And I don't think I can get 2 balers on the trailer, but I can get 2 tractors on those trailers, so we can go overloaded there, and we'd be okay. What's that straw paid per ton or per bale? It's per bale. The second baler will be pulled by the 8120. Yep. What year of the W260? I have a W235, not a 260. It's the same machine. It just doesn't have it's just a horsepower. It's the rating of the horsepower. That's all. You don't need that 260 horsepower, honestly. Not with the headers that we run. You ever sell one of the H's? I'll be interested. I don't have any H. Oh, one of the John Deere H's? I thought about selling one of them, but James Ledismo. Well, you're out of money. Keep up the good videos. Oh, thank you. Oh, I didn't mean it that way. But no, I mean, I'm basically going to take a $200,000 hit this year. How many people can take a $200,000 hit and survive? I mean, that's part of the reason why I jumped on the straw deal, is because I know that I'm going to make that in the straw deal easily. Bubba, Minnesota, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Geez, okay. Well, Bubba, Minnesota, MN, thank you. Wes, don't forget to use that Deere CT332 with the bale spears. Keep up the great things, bro. Yeah, the big baler or the skid steer runs bales all the time. I just don't show it so much, but it is on there. We're running it. Like today, we ran that thing all day. I bought that machine. It had right at 800 hours on it. It's got almost 3,000 hours. And we just run the piss out of that machine. Did you get the hoses hooked up for your auto stacker? Yeah, yep. Yeah, the stack wagon does work. I actually took it to the field and I stacked a little bit with it. It was, but it was too wet and I was cutting ruts and I couldn't do it. Oh, just taxes in New Jersey. Don't even get me started. Just my house. I have 2 houses in New Jersey, not including the farm or anything. And I'm at 12,000. I'm a little over. What am I at? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 11,000. Maybe a little more than 11,000, not quite $12,000 a year, just in property taxes on a little more than 3 acres and 2 houses. Crazy. I'm not even going to get started on the rest of it. Yeah. So yeah, so that's the problem. Ooh, I'm shaking stuff. That's the problem with the hay. Now, doesn't mean I'm going to lose it all. Here's the plan, though. See, I have to get down to the farthest, the most southern straw fields that are down there in the Carolinas. June, 1st of June, I have to be down there. But I have to get my corn planted. And in order to get my corn planted, I have to have some hay made. So the balers, both balers are going to be employed, and I'll know that they'll both work flawlessly before I go on about 1,600 bales of hay that I'm going to bale while I'm away, because I have to. Now, what am I going to do with this hay at green up. Okay. Excuse me. At green up, when the grass is greening up on this ground that has the old hay on it, I'm going to mow it. I'm going to mow and bale the hay that at green up, the stuff that did not get cut this year. So that gets cleared off, because if I don't, it's going to create a thatch, and then the weeds are going to come through, and I don't really want to deal with that. So that hay is going to get cut off, and I'm going to put fertilizer. I'm not going to fertilize it for the first cut. I'm just going to cut it off there, and then I'm going to put nitrogen down and potash down so that I get a good second cut off of it. And I'm not planning on having anything great and wonderful for the first cut. So there's going to be a lot of work that's going to be getting done while we're this spring getting prepared for to take off to the Carolinas and Virginia. We've got, it's just everything's going to be getting cut close. So I got 200 acres of corn that's got to get in the ground. Of that 200 acres of corn, probably all of it's going to have hay taken off of it. So I can mow that in one day, that 200 acres. But the 200 acres that have to be mowed and baled so that I can put the corn in will not be able, it's going to be short. It's going to look like second cut, but it's going to be in a bale. It's going to be off, and I'm going to kill it with Roundup or Gramoxone or some goddamn thing, probably even Liberty. I'm not sure. So I'm going to do that. But the ground that has this left old hay left on it from last year, that's just going to get cut. No fertilizer put on it until after it's cut and baled and stacked. And then then I'm going to fertilize it for a second cut so that I get a second cut when I get back. But yes, it is just incredibly wet here. I think we're looking at 9 inches of rain so far this year. This is generally the driest time of the year. Winter months is usually drier. We only get maybe an inch or two of rain in the winter months, and the majority of it is in the spring and in the fall. But we are just rain and rain and rain. It's driving me crazy. No, I'm actually not going to no-till. It's going to be chisel plowed. I may do some moldboard plowing with I have 2 moldboard plows. It shucks a lot of work. Well, get your ass to the United States. I'll throw you in a tractor too. You and your sister can work. Do that if you were willing to do it. But But anyway, yeah, it is a lot of work. So we got a lot of work planned. We're probably going to moldboard. So what's going to happen is a bunch of compost is going to get put down. The ground is going to be killed. The compost is going to get put on, and then it's going to be chisel plowed. Then I'm going to go back through and put another ton or two of the compost onto that. And then it's going to be worked in with a disc, or, leveled off with a disc. And then I'm going to plant the corn through that. So it's going to be a process. I'm looking at a new corn planter, not a new one, but a good 6-row. If I can get a good 12-row, fine, for not too much money. I don't want to spend a lot of money. I actually want something that is worn out, whether it's a 6-row that's worn out or a 12-row that's worn out. I'd rather have a 6-row that's worn out, and I can rebuild it, because I've done this before. 6-row with all new coulters, new discs, new bushings, new everything. I can do that, and it would be really nice to show that on the channel, what it takes to bring a old 6-row corn planter. And I found one for $1,900. $1,900. So what the heck is going on? We got somebody. Fred is talking crap over here. Something about bullshit. Oh, yeah. No, I agree. That was good to post up there. Somebody's giving some kind of crap. But anyways, I'm looking for it. I don't want to, as long as the frame's good and the bushings on the lift arms, and it's a heavy-duty machine, and I've got parts. My 4-row corn planter, I can actually strip that down and put it to use the parts off of that, coulters and openers and things like that. But I don't know what kind of condition they're in. But I'm probably just going to have to rebuild my 4-row anyway. I know the precision meters that I have need to be calibrated. So I don't know. I'm just looking to change. If I get a 6-row narrow head for the combine would fit that combine perfectly. And I could I could actually run an 8-row narrow on my combine. It's big enough for an 8-row narrow. So maybe if I found an 8-row narrow that I could buy cheap, and I know the heads for the 8-row narrow, they're cheap for my combine. And yeah, so for under 10 grand, I'd have a new corn planter, corn planter that I can completely rebuild, and a corn head that I have parts for from my old 974 corn head, 4-row corn head. All the parts work, and I'll be good to go. So if I need any parts immediately off of a corn head, I can just go and steal them from the other one, snoots and everything else. Yeah, well, there's actually more than 1,000. It should say 1.1 if it was one. It goes points after that. So we have a lot of Sarge farms down here, North Carolina. Hope you see you down here. Possibly, I might be in that area. It depends on the east or west coast. My hat, this particular hat is a fedora, and I'm going to show you what it is. Look at that. See, I'm a big Indiana Jones fan, and I always wanted the Indiana Jones cap, so I bought it, and it is a fedora. It is supposed to be the authentic one, and I think it does. It looks good. I like it. It is. It's Indiana Jones. I paid up for this bad boy. No, trust me. It did. Oh, the whip is actually in the truck. I have a whip, and I do. I got that whip. My sister Holly, the sister I don't talk to anymore. She got me that whip from Kansas back when she was about 16 years old. She was either 15 or 16 years old. Yeah. It's out in the truck. I was at my parents' house the other day, and I said, "Hey, that's my whip." And Dad says, "Yeah, get it out of here." So I took it. Yeah, well, Holly was 4-H exchange, went to the 4-H exchange, and she went to Kansas for like 1 or 2 weeks. And yeah. Well, I've grown a beard many times in my life, and usually when it wasn't the popular thing to do. But yeah, I don't mind growing a beard. I kind of like it. Teresa thinks I should shave it off now, but Hogan's Heroes, there you go. Yeah. I like Hogan's Heroes too. I know nothing. Nothing. Yeah, that was funny. Schultz. Keeping Bear. Yeah. Yeah. I have a cane made from a bull's penis that would go with that hat. I always thought it would be neat to have that cane. I don't know why. All modern TV is degenerates and should be avoided. I agree. The first degenerate TV show, and I watched it and I liked it, was Roseanne. And then they did a reboot of the Roseanne show, and it's off the air already because I don't know what she said. I can't remember. I really don't care. But, the left-wing liberals didn't like her anyway, so she's off. Yeah, TV is. I like Curse of Oak Island and I like Gold Rush. Gold Rush is becoming redundant, and the Curse of Oak Island, I don't know whether they're not finding the things. I don't know. I missed it this week because I was on an airplane, but yeah. The Binford 3000, you missed a 0. MacGyver was good, and MacGyver is the reason I carry this. MacGyver carried a Swiss Army knife. His was not a big one. It was a medium-sized one. But this Swiss Army knife, it's awesome. Yeah, Roseanne was funny. Gunsmoke, Wagon Train, Wanted Dead or Alive, all the best. Yeah, there you go. MASH, grew up on MASH, 4077. Yeah. Wes, have you ever thought of getting a dog? If so, what kind? Thanks. I had a dog. If you look at my original videos, you'll see my dog in there. It was a border collie. And, MASH, the 4077 or the 8063rd was the other MASH hospital that they had, but 4077 was the one that I watched. The 8063rd was where they would go when they needed help. It was of course, the A team. You know, they were the only ones that had like nickel-plated AR-15 or M16s, and they never killed anybody in that show. Not one person was killed in that show, ever. Chips was awesome, too. Come on. And you can't forget The Love Boat, because that was on before Chips. Yeah. And if you don't know what the Chips was, California Interstate Patrol, California Interstate Patrol, California Highway Patrol was Chips. Anyway, it was a good. The Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, you're too young for the Dukes of Hazzard, but the Dukes of Hazzard, I think they took it off of TV now because of the General Lee. You know, we got to do that. Oh, the last place I worked, my favorite line was, "The less I know, the less I have to answer. I wasn't paid enough to think. I was just paid to do." Yeah, that's good. Yeah. There was one that I really liked, and it was called Tales of the Golden Monkey. And Tales of the Golden Monkey. Does anybody remember Tales of the Golden Monkey? Do Magnum PI was good. Good. Yeah, it was California Interstate Patrol Chips. Magnum PI was definitely Black Sheep Squadron. We are poor little lambs who have lost our way. Ba, ba, ba. That was probably my all-time. I get chills thinking of that television show because the F4U Corsair was just this awesome, awesome, awesome airplane. And they actually used the real airplanes to make the show. And I don't know whatever happened to them all. Does anybody oh, Airwolf? Yeah, that was a good one. The Bionic Broad and the $1 Million Man. The only reason I call it the Bionic Broad was because my dad would. That's what my dad called her. Oh, the Bionic Broad is on. You know, I didn't really know what a broad was until a little later. You know, a broad is a slang term for a woman that isn't quite a lady, but more than a whore. So that's what a broad is. Wonder Woman. Yeah, she had the invisible jet. The Greatest American Hero. Oh, God, I could think of the theme song. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could be so free. Flying away. Yeah, come on. That was an awesome show. The dude could never fly. But that Permanent, man, that was awful. Red Green. Yep, he's still going. Mork and Mindy. Nano. I think I watched too much TV when I was a kid. I never watched the Trailer Park Boys. Harry and the Hendersons was a movie. Knight Rider. My God. My sister Wendy loved Knight Rider. Loved it. I always watched Johnny Carson. No, I never cared for that. McHale's Navy. Holy shit, I forgot about that one. Well, I'm really tired, and I actually don't sing bad. It's just that I'm really tired. My voice is tired, too. Cheers was good. God, what's the theme song to that one? God, what was the theme song to that one? I'd think of that one. It's a tip of my tongue and at the back of my mind. The Incredible Hulk, right? That dude. Yeah. Kit installed. No, I would have to shoot the tractor. I couldn't stand Kit. I'm on my way, Michael. Wes, what about Fantasy Island? Deplane. Yeah, the $6 Million Man. Yeah. Well, what the heck? Hooker, TJ Hooker was another one. It was a good one. And the Fall Guy. The Fall Guy. Come on. You could not like the Fall Guy. Car 54, where are you? Barney Miller. Barney Miller. Magnum PI was good. BJ and the Bear. Yeah, that was good. The time that he took the whiskey and poured it in the fuel tank and the truck had like more power, that was funny. Like, Dad, can we do that? No, you'll screw up my truck. All in the Family. Oh, come on. The Jeffersons. Buck Rogers. Battlestar Galactica, right? Those were good. Stargate. I'm heading through Stargate, whatever. Unsolved Mysteries, yeah. Smokey and the Bandit. Well, it was Smokey and the Bear. I like Smokey and the Bandit, yeah. Yogi the Bear, Emergency, Fall Guy. Trauma Square was another one that was a short-lived television show. Of course, Gilligan's Island. Of course, I watched The Brady Bunch. Alf. Okay, my favorite of the puppet era sitcoms was Dinosaurs. Not the mama. Yeah, that was awesome. Transformers and He-Mans when I was a kid. Gomer Pyle, USMC. Yep, Gomer Pyle was gay. I Dream of Jeannie. Everybody dreamed of Jeannie. Come on. King of the Hill. Yeah, I wonder if that's still on. Fraggle Rock. I think my sister used to watch that. Jake and the Fat Man. I think I remember that one. Johnny Quest. The Muppets I hated. Three Stooges, yes, all time. I got like the Three Stooges on on VHS from years ago. Yeah, I think King of the Bobby. Yeah, that kid was a little queer. Jerry Springer. Yeah, I watched that a little here and there. Adam 12. I don't know that one. Speed Buggy. I remember that. How about Shmoo? Anybody remember Shmoo? WKRP in Cincinnati. Yeah, I remember that show. Sanford and Son. Yeah, Johnny Quest. The Munsters. I think I watched too much TV when I was a kid. Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go. Yeah. Yeah, Danger Will Robinson. That was what the heck was the name of that one? Lost in Space. And then there was another one with the where they went through like a time portal. It wasn't Lost in Space. It was with the well, Doctor Who. If you didn't watch Doctor Who, you were queer. I like Doctor Who. Yeah, there's Doctor Who. No, the one Lost in Space, and then Lost. Oh, it was with the dinosaurs. What the heck? Not Jurassic Park. No, this was an old TV thing with the slee stacks. You know what a slee stack is? Come on, what Land of the Lost? There it is. There you go. So somebody's my age. Popeye the Sailor, of course. Adam Wells was before William Shatner was Captain Kirk. Really? Oh! I think he was even. I think he even did the Twilight Zone, and I used to watch those too. Those were good. Now there's somebody. It was Mark Cornell. Mark Cornell, Twilight Zone, absolutely. The Outer Limits, yeah. Bugs Bunny, of course. Of course, I watched Hawaii Five-0. Not a big Captain Kangaroo fan. I do remember it. Howdy Doody, no. Never much for Howdy Doody. That's before my time. Mystery Science Theater 3000. How about what the heck was the guy who was in the Bones? What the heck was that guy? Bill Nye the Science Guy. I used to watch Bill Nye, and now I think he's got a new show out. I watched her Scooby Doo. Did that too. Columbo would watch a little bit of that sometimes, not much. Bullet, never watched Bullet. The Flintstones, of course, Fred. Yabba dabba doo. I was more for Wilma, but Fred was funny. Bill Nye is a libtard. He can be a libtard, but he really, it was the content of the show when I was a kid that really captured the audience there. But I liked the science part of it. Kung Fu. Who hasn't watched Kung Fu? Bill Nye Saves the World. Is that the new one? The Rockford Files. Yeah, that was, God, what the heck was his name? James Garner. He's dead now. No. I never watched Monk. Thundercats. Yeah, I watched that when I was a kid. Master. Oh my God. Quantum Leap. How many people remember Quantum Leap? That was a good one. Yeah. Dukes of Hazzard. Never watched Kung Fu. You never watched Kung Fu? Come on. David, what the heck was his name? David Kincaid or whatever hell his name is. David and Bill Nye's not even a real scientist. Well, let me tell you, he may not be a scientist, but he pulls it off pretty good. David Carradine. Thank you. Emergency. I do remember Emergency. Karate Kid. Yeah, actually, I was watching the Cobra Kai. They redid this. This was like on YouTube Red. I think it was YouTube Red. I don't know if they've done season 2. I'd really like. No, that was YouTube Red. Yeah, Cobra Kai was really good. Gunsmoke. The Jetsons. George Jetson. Yeah. Did Wayne Wick just pop up a new video? See, he's not on the ranch anymore, so I'm not really too interested in it. Never saw Duel. Dallas was a soap opera, so I never liked that. Never watched Goodfellas. Land of the Lost, I did. But that Debbie Does Dallas. That was a movie. I think that was a Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds movie. I've never seen it though. The Little Rascals. Yep, did that. I do watch the Whitewater one. I haven't seen it because I've been busy, but I do watch it when I catch it. If I'm up late at night. Wayne's World. I watched the movies, but I never watched the show. Kung Pao Theater. Kung Pao Theater was on every Saturday morning. It was on from like 9 till noon. You had 3 hours of I'd kick your ass. That kind of stuff. The Waltons. That was too religious for me, but I did watch it. Never watched Monty Python. The Goonies, I know the show, the movie. Charlie's Angels, no. I am a big Bond fan. As a matter of fact, I watched 6 movies while I was flying around the world. And 6 movies, 6 007 movies. The Spy Who Loved Me, The Man with the Golden Gun, Octopussy, For Your Eyes Only, Moonraker. What the hell was the other one? Moonraker and Christ. I forget the 6th one, but I watched them. I'd watch them all again. Bond movies, the old Bond movies were pretty good. Yeah, The Man with the Golden Gun. Diamonds Are Forever. That was the other one with the damn cat. Yep, Diamonds Are Forever. That was the other one. GoldenEye. I didn't see that one. I didn't watch that one. It was on the list. Well, let's put it this way. I'm going back. So when I go back, I'm going to watch those movies. Porn will mess with your mind. Avoid that filth no matter what the cost. Okay, so I've never been an avid porn watcher. I would be lying if I said I've never gazed at porn before. When I was a kid, I had a stash of porn magazines that I had acquired from a friend of mine's father who had stacks of them. But, when you're 12, 13 years old, those magazines were like your right-hand man, if you know what I mean. But, yeah, so, and that's perfectly normal if you're a young man and your parents say, you're going to grow hair on your fist. That's not going to happen. But porn, the Chucky 2009, yeah. You are correct. It will get you nowhere. You will live in a fantasy world where it doesn't happen that way. It's like the women that read the romance novels, and then when they get into the girls that read romance novels and then get into a relationship with a man, and they just never seem to measure up to what they read the real man is to be like in the book, or in the book. So the hair on my fist is 5 feet long. Oh my God. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. You'll go blind. You'll grow hair on your hand. You're going to pull it off, shit like that. The things that the religious types used to tell kids, you're going to hell if you hold that too long. Any more than one shake, you're jerking off. That sort of stuff. I heard it all. Marsha. Who said that? Jan. It is all over. Yeah. We all live in a yellow submarine. A yellow submarine. Sky King was a book. Was it Sky King? Or was that One Shot, One Kill? I think it was One Shot, One. No, what the hell was the name of that book? I read. It was about a P-51. God is my co-pilot. That is the book you want to read. God is my co-pilot. So if you are looking for a book that you can read, that is God is my co-pilot. So go check it out. I'm sure there's some guys out here that have read God is my co-pilot. And it is about, Blue Thunder. I watched that. The Monkeys, I watched that. Hey, we're the Monkeys. I wonder if vintage porn mags are worth any money. I heard that they are. And the only reason I know this is because there was an abandoned house on one of the farms that I farm. And in that abandoned house was the attic was stacked with porn starting in the early 1950s and ending in the mid 1990s. And the reason I know that is because I perused through a few of the magazines. I really washed my hands when I was done because you just don't know what the fuck. But there was stacks and stacks, and a lot of this stuff was still in the plastic or the original brown paper envelope, because that's how they used to deliver porn to your mailbox. It was never marked with anything. It was just a brown envelope and no return address, just your name on there. And that's when I found that out. Firefox was it. Firefox was an underappreciated movie. It wasn't the greatest movie, but I've watched it. I watched it in the movie theater when I was a kid. So that'll tell you how old I am. You can't get VD. Yeah, but just the residue. None of the funny thing was none of the pages were stuck together. So I thought that was good. What the fuck? So anyways, this entire house, the whole attic of the house was full of magazines, but you got into and I was just exploring the house, but you get into the second level of the house below the attic, and there was a room in there that had the videos, which they're all still there. I have no desire to look at this kind of crap. That smut is just not worth anything. But, so there were old magazines. They were called Gents, Gents, Gents magazine. And they were from the 50s. So I came home and I was like, I wonder if they're worth anything. I don't know who would want to look at that. Let's put it this way. Welcome to the jungle. Yeah, that's about what those 1950s magazines looked like. Yeah, it was terrible. So I looked and, they're worth 15, 20, 30 bucks. That's what they're worth. And to me, that's not enough to get my hands dirty. Farming life. Now, this is not the farming life. This is farming life. Because there's a few farming life channels out there. We have the farming life, which I have blocked him. I have blocked him because I'm sorry. I guess the last video that I actually posted was kind of about him. And I did see that he ran his daughter over, not once, but twice. And this is what kind of shocked me, that he actually posted that he ran her over twice. Um, and it's sad that it happened, but he probably did more damage on the second time over than he did on the first. Travis Hoffer, I don't know that I'm an awesome farmer. I am a farmer, and I try my hardest, like 90%, 99% of the guys out here that watch me. I don't think I'm any better or any worse than anybody else. I just try really hard, and I think that's all anybody can do. And to make money in agriculture right now is really tough. So, I don't think I'm any better than anybody else out here. I just show it. But about 50 mags I found in the bottom of my mom's father's Wisconsin State Fair toolbox was cleared out his estate. Well, they could be worth anywhere from $5 a piece to, I'd say, $50 a piece, depending on how old they are. But yeah, don't look at them because it'll ruin you. Black and white pictures of naked women that haven't never seen any kind of hair clipping devices. Yeah, it gets it'll scar you. It'll scar you. Black Sheep Squadron, yeah. Big bush, no, we're talking jungle love here. But I know I looked at it, and there's some things that you see in your life that you just cannot erase from your mind. Yeah, okay, so I'm getting back to the farming life here. I don't see that you answered me whether you are the farming life or just farming life. But anyway, he ran her over. Okay, so, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit because it just really annoys me that this happened to him. And I'm not saying anything negative about the farming life, but when you got children that are that age and you're running powered equipment, I can tell you, when my kids were little, my older kids were little, and I had something running and they were on the farm, they were either in an enclosed cab tractor, or they were in my grandmother's house, or in the barn while they were milking cows. Like when I was running the augers to run grain, which the farming life does not do, there's a lot of augers, and hands on little kids get snipped off really easy because the squares on those augers are just big enough to, you fall in, you're losing your hand. A lot of problems can really happen really quick. I was very vigilant, and I knew where my kids were at all times. My sister Wendy was always there on the farm. Not always, but she was there 90% of the time. And I would make her take the kids, and she was really glad about that because she didn't want them to get hurt either. And I never put them in harm's way. Now, I watched the video after I posted my video, and I'm like, okay, here we go. Do I say anything about what I saw in the video? And it's not a dilemma or not, but I honestly wouldn't have posted that video. I don't think I would have posted it. Maybe, but it's his channel. He can do whatever he wants. But what he posted was that he had a safe zone for his daughter. Now, I've raised 4 children so far. 3 of them my own, and 1 was a long-term girlfriend. That would be Peyton. You know Peyton. I was with his mother for, I think, 9 years, something like that. It wasn't 10 years, but it was 8 or 9 years, something like that. We lived together for a good solid 9 years, 9 years, maybe it was 7 years, whatever. Anyways, but I helped raise Peyton. None of my kids got seriously injured on a piece of farm equipment because I knew where they were at all times. If I was backing something up, they were always where I could see them. And they knew that if I couldn't see them, that I was going to stop. And if I had to stop for too long, that meant that I was getting off that tractor, kicking someone's ass so that I could see where they were going. Now, he supposedly, and you can watch the video, safe zones. I don't know what a safe zone is. A safe zone to me is anywhere where I can see you and you're not going to get run over. If I don't see you, you are not in the safe zone. There's no on my farm. There was never a designated area unless I told you go into that house or go into the barn where they're milking cows or go here and you don't stay. But I was always looking. Now, if you go down through the barn with that cart and it's a powered car. It's noisy. I guess it's got a 2-cylinder motor on it or what, a single or 2-cylinder motor. I don't know what runs it. It's hydraulic or hydrostat, so it's got a whine to it, and it's noisy. You're running a noisy piece of equipment, and a 4-year-old, she's 4, I guess, is in that barn. I don't know why anybody wouldn't know exactly where that little girl was, unless you're just not paying attention. And as a father of children, I have technically, William is now my 5th, technically, even though Peyton is not my blood. I helped raise him, and he is like my son, and I love him like a son. But the first 4 children that were around that farm equipment, nobody ever got nobody ever got injured while there was from moving parts or things like that. Now they fell off of stuff and bumped their heads. None of mine ever broke a bone. Timothy had a few stitches here and there, but it wasn't from power takeoff shafts or being run over. The bull got him one time, pinned him up against the manure spreader. But I do love farming. I don't like it. I love it. It's just what I am. And but when it comes to what happened when he backed over her, he panicked, and he should have gotten off of the machine and obviously called for help, but got a jack and jacked the thing up. Now, I don't know what I would have done in that situation. I'm pretty sure that I probably would not have ran her over twice. I would have stopped and saw if she was, getting crushed. But I would have pulled her out from under there. Now, those things have a clearance. They got a pretty decent clearance. So I don't believe she was getting crushed. I think he panicked and then pulled forward, and that's the drive tire. So when you're panicking, you smash the pedal down and it goes. So my thoughts, now I wasn't there. I'm just speculating, I'm not saying that I know everything that happened there. I know nothing about what happened there. I can only tell you what I see. That's a drive tire. And panic generally isn't easing the thing back off of her. It is smash the forward pedal, but that's a drive tire. There's a drive motor on there. I can almost guarantee you that she was probably hurt when she got ran over, but when he ran over her the second time is more than likely when the real damage happened. So yeah, when you see your kid getting run over, you're going to panic, but you still have to be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You can't just run her over again, and yeah, that's what happened. He ran her over twice. So, and it sucks. I mean, I feel bad for him because it can happen to anybody. It really can. And I do feel bad for him and his family and the little girl. It's a terrible lesson, a terrible way to learn a lesson. Because even grown adults do this. Teresa was famous for this. She would, if I was pulling something into the shed, like the tractor and the baler, I've always told everybody, do not park behind me. If my tractor and baler are in there and I start it up and I don't know you're back there, baby, I'm not even going to feel you. I'm going to run you down with that thing. And Teresa will back up behind, pull her car up behind the baler. She still does it. Drives me fucking crazy. But, I try to get her to park away from things, but people do that. And it's freak stuff. It can happen. And it happens fast. But she's on the mend, I guess. I don't know the extent of her injuries because I don't know. But my girl said he should never ran the machine over her the second time. He did more damage. Yeah, that's the second time is generally when the most damage happens because you're panicking. You're popping a clutch or you're jamming your foot down onto the hydrostat to get it off. And yeah. I hate when people the kids thinking farming is an easy business, and for the dumb people who can't tell a computer from a phone. And even though I'm 15, I get kind of pissed. Well, I've been criticized for not getting my kids on tractors soon enough. You got to realize 200 plus horsepower and a kid that's under the age of say 13, 14, 13, 14. on the tractors. And when they're in those machines, I'm not really worried about their safety. I'm worried about the safety of people around them. And when they get into a panic situation, you can do a lot of damage to the machines and stuff. They're perfectly safe inside those tractors unless a tree branch comes through the window and kills them. But for the most part, they're in the safest place around. It's everybody around them that, say you're walking by a tedder, or you're in you're working on a baler, and a kid gets in the tractor to start it up because you told them you want them to pull it in a little bit farther. And for some reason, they move faster than you, and they turn the PTO on and kill you because they just don't think. So who drove over who? The farming life drove over his daughter. That's who. He's gotten a lot of views on that video. Probably one of the more, because I mentioned it, and I did mention it because I do feel bad for him. And, I really do. But I just think that everybody handles the situation differently. I think that he failed in not knowing where his daughter was at. And I have watched several of his videos that involve his kids. And really, when I decided that I wasn't going to watch him anymore was when he had the boy in the skid steer, and he said, "We start them young here on the farm." And I'm like, dude, you start them young, but you're really, someone could get hurt. When there's little kids, you got a 6 or 7-year-old boy running a skid steer that's like 200 horsepower, or even if it's 80 horsepower, it doesn't matter. Even if it's 10 horsepower, you got a little kid running a piece of equipment that could easily kill you. And that's just the shame of it. I'm sure I'm going to catch flack for this portion of this live stream, but it's just really sad that he didn't look. He didn't make sure. I have my own theories about this personally. And I could express them, and I probably shouldn't, but I will anyway. I don't think that little girl was in any safe spot. I think she was sitting on the edge of that. I think she was sitting on the edge of that damn thing there, that TMR mixer. This is just my thoughts on it. I think she was sitting on the edge of that TMR mixer. He claimed he was cleaning it out, the last little bit of it. And I got a feeling that she actually hopped off or slid off as he was backing it up. And that's what happened. That's just my speculation. I'm not sure. It's not what he said. It's just that would make the most sense to me, that she wasn't actually in any safe spot. She was on that machine, because I've seen Eric put those kids in tractors and places that they shouldn't be, and on things that they shouldn't be because they're little. But I know in my past experience, when I had things that I would put my kids on, they were always between my legs. If I was going to do something that wasn't quite safe, I never made them sit. I would never allow them to sit on the fender of the tractor when they were open on like the 4320. That's open. There's a hole. You can go right down and under the tire and out the back before you ever get it stopped. You're right. I can go under the loader because it's my life. It's not my children's life. Eddie 9. I can do whatever I want under my machines. I am an adult. We are talking about children here. Now, if you want to come on here and say that, that I'm an idiot because I went under the loader, I'm okay with that. But I'm not going to put my 4-year-old kid under the loader. So now that I've corrected you, you can either watch and listen and understand that this is pure speculation. I am not saying that that is exactly what happened. I'm just saying what I know Eric enough that he is a liar. Okay. And it's nothing for him to lie about things like a garbage company buying a farm that he doesn't even own, and it never happens. Or a solar company buying a farm that he doesn't even own, and it never happens. Or, the garbage truck pulled this telephone pole over, and that's why my barn burned down. But a year later, it turns out that dumbass took a hot generator and put it in the barn where there's straw and stuff, and he burned his own barn down. So there's a big difference between making an adult choice to walk under a loader, which I know to be safe. It has new hydraulic hoses on it, and if the valve fails, it's going to drift. It's not going to drop. So an adult choice versus an adult making a choice for a child that doesn't know any better. And then that's what we're talking about. Yeah. So anyway, I know that when I put my kids on tractors and things that we're not quite I'm not a hypocrite, you dumb fuck. I mean, come on. I always made sure my kids were as safe as I could possibly make them. And I never backed over one of my kids. I never pinched one of my kids. I never did anything that got one of my kids hurt. If it was too dangerous, the word was, no, you're not going to do that. You're going to get hurt. Now get off of it. That's how it is. That's what a parent does. Now, I'm not saying that it happened. I'm not saying that that's exactly what happened, but knowing the person that this happened to and the way he is and the way he does tell maybe little white lies in his eyes, but some of them are pretty substantial. It's probably a distinct possibility or the high probability that little girl was actually sitting on the edge of that thing. And possibly when he was backing up article of clothing, a shoelace, a boot, caught the wheel, which has has cleats on it, like tractor traction treads, and it could have pulled her off because he was going in reverse. Remember this now. I'm not saying that that's what happened. I'm just saying that's, to me, if you tell a little kid you could get really hurt, you stand right here. A 4-year-old doesn't have really the capacity, but they're not going to run right up behind something like that. I mean, they've been around this equipment before. I don't know. 2 and 2 isn't equal 4 here. It's just not in my eyes. And, like I said, I'm not trying to be a total douchebag. I'm just saying that I don't think the whole story was told as it actually happened. And it's really none of my business. It's just, I've been around farm equipment for longer than Eric and his family, and I've raised kids successfully. They didn't die doing anything silly. So I kind of got an idea that something stupid happened there. Well, I have some information about him that I'm not going to disclose because eventually the truth will out him. And when it does, his channel will die. And honestly, his channel hasn't really grown substantially. 6 videos a day, rambling on about his cows and how we do it here. That gets pretty boring. He was struggling to get, I looked when I saw the little girl got run over. I looked and he was struggling to get 1,500 views on a video. Some of them were only like 700 or 800 views on a video. And yeah. Oh, I loved Bonanza. I watched an episode of Bonanza the other day on TV Land. No. Yeah, so I don't know. That's just my thoughts and opinions on it. And I'm sad that his kid got hurt. And I hope that what he said was the truth. And because you know what, little kids, they have a tendency to say the truth. They don't have that lie in them because lying is taught. It is not acquired. It's taught. It's not natural. So if you're around liars, you will learn to lie. But little kids of 4 years old, if he puts her on video, I guarantee it's a chopped up video because, well, if it's not a chopped up video, then it happened exactly the way it happened. But I doubt you'll ever see her on video because kids don't do that. Kids will not. No, they'll just say, "No, it didn't, Dad. You didn't change that tire. You called the tire guy." Yeah, I changed this tire. And your 6-year-old kid is standing there. What are you talking about? It was the guy from the tire shop changed it, not you. Not that ever happened to me because I change all my tires. You all know that. I change more tires on film than I do anything else, I swear. Kids are nothing but honest under the age of 5. So if he puts her on screen, you're not supposed to say that. you're going to see this little girl that's scared because she doesn't know what the truth really is. That's what you'll see. Actually, in some of my earlier videos, I tried like telling little white lies to see what the kids would do. Like dog crap, homos, and something or other was the name title of the video. And naggers, dog crap, homos, and naggers. Okay, that was the title of the video. And you'll see my little kid, little Peyton was in there, and we're deep in the woods, and he's like, what are you talking about? The house is right there. If you remember that. And he was maybe 6 or 7 at that time. And, it's like I couldn't pull the wool over the YouTube audience because my very honest kid was right there saying, no, the house is right there. And he had this cute little face on. You should go leave the live stream. When the live stream's over, go look. Dog crap, homos, and naggers. Oh my God. That was funny. I mean, it was a funny little video. I didn't get any great reviews on it, but yeah. Yeah, from way back, like 9 years ago. I think that was like the 5th video that I did. And this kid he was really ruining it. I'm like, you little bastard, will you shut up? But yeah, that was funny. When are you going to see the stack wagon in action? When it freezes or dries out? Yeah, it's a long time ago. It's amazing how long I've been on YouTube. So we'll see what comes out. And I don't think he's going to put her on camera, which is good because you know what? Little kids on camera and some people, there's some weirdos out there. It was dog crap, not shit. I just said shit if it was shit. Dog crap, homos, and naggers. I don't think I'd ever buy a Fent, no. What video did he slide off his roof? Me? That was roof sledding. Yeah. Roof sledding. I did that one a lot. I mean, we're talking 10 years ago, 9 years ago. California Highway Patrol. Well, that was Chips, but CHI, California Highway Interstate Patrol or whatever. It was California Highway Patrol. But yeah, it was Chips. I've been on an airplane flying from JFK to Manila back to JFK. That's where I was. I flew through all 24 time zones. I circumvented the world in 46 hours. Less than 46 hours. I left at 1:40 in the morning on Tuesday. I landed at 7, a little after 7 on Thursday. Was it Thursday? Wednesday. What's today? I don't even know what today is. Anyway, I landed on the 20th. So I left at 1:40 on the 19th. I landed at 7 a.m. on the 20th in Manila. I took off again at 9 p.m. on the 20th, and I landed in New York and JFK at 11:36 on that same day, the 20th. So, wow. I did it. And I did all 24 time zones. Crazy. That's where I was. In the Chips didn't mean anything. It was California Highway Patrol. Yeah. Have you heard how the wheat's doing? Good, from what I'm told. Wrangler Star is weird. Used to watch him, but the last couple, yeah, he's getting weird. Well, I got to tell you about Wrangler Star. Now, Wrangler Star used to do this religious thing, and I got blocked on his channel because, I mean, don't preach religion. That'll kill your channel. And I think it did hurt his channel. But if you watch what his view count used to be versus what his view count now is, he is a professional YouTuber. He has no job. He does the fire thing, firefighter, forest firefighter thing, only as basically recreation. He is a firefighter, and I do believe that's what he did when he was working. But he no longer works. He works. Don't get me wrong, but he does YouTube. That's his job. YouTube is his job. What do you mean, dog crap, naggers, and homos? Dog crap, homos, and naggers, or dog crap, naggers, and homos, whatever. He is a little corny, and he does clickbait, a lot of clickbait. Now, I have an Overstay Road channel now. I don't drink. I mean, I'll have a drink here and there, but I don't drink. I don't drink like regularly. I used to drink about 3 ounces of wine every night. Professional bullshitter clickbait. Yeah. Why did you go through 24 time zones? I went through 24 time zones because I had to pick up my mother-in-law in the Philippines. She got ill and missed her flight on the 18th, and I had to go get her so that she was escorted because she was weak from the illness, and she had to be here because she has a permanent residence card, which is a green card to most people. And that permanent residence, you are allowed to leave the country without any problems. You can go home. You can spend, after you're 65 years old, you can spend a year away from the country, but you have to come back within that year. On the 20th was the end of that year. So she missed her flight on the 18th, and she would have not been able to make it without help. So I was elected, volunteered to go get her. So I took the long flight, and I picked up my mother-in-law, and I helped her get across the world so that she would not lose her status as a permanent resident here in the United States. It's very difficult to become a permanent resident, and she is working towards citizenship. She was at home because there was her daughter, Teresa's other sister, had arthritis issues, and her mother was there to help her. So that's why she was there. Now she's back, and she wanted to see her grandson. William is her grandson. I was volunteered, but once upon a time, about 6 months ago, I said that if there was a problem, I would pick her mommy up. And the problem was, my thoughts were I was going to go to the Philippines, get picked up at the airport, go to the house, stay there for 3 days, relax, rest, maybe catch a few interesting meals and, whatever, hang out there. And then me and mommy would get on an airplane and come home together. And that would be cool. But that didn't happen. It was just crazy. I do need to get some sleep. I do. I actually need to go to bed now because it's almost 11 o'clock. Oh, is that what it looks like? Yeah, I am a little tired. I mean, my eyeballs. I have blue eyes, if you didn't know. But yeah, I don't watch Welker Farms, and those guys have subscribed to me, I believe. And I probably should, but my time is limited. The time that I devote to YouTube is devoted to my channel. It's for you guys like this. I should be in bed. Somebody said something about Ocasio-Cortez, true socialist. Yeah, it's pretty bad when she's such a socialist that Amazon decided that they weren't going to New York anymore. And at the Times Square, they put a big poster up, "Thanks for nothing." I thought that was awesome. Yeah, so I haven't watched the Welker Farms. I don't know what it's about. I did see their 100,000th video, and I thought that it looked pretty good, but that's a whole family affair, I think. I think all the whole family's in on that one, and they're doing well. So maybe I'll catch their channel. I am not a subscriber. I'm sorry. If Welker Farms is watching this, hey, thanks for everything. And I do want to say thanks for the super chats also. I don't know what the total was on that, but it was pretty intense. They don't give me a total, do they? Oh, no. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. I can't do that. Send a super chat to myself. What's wrong with me? But anyway, yeah. I think it's time I go to bed. Well, I appreciate the time you put into YouTube. Well, yeah, when I started this out, and I think I've told this before, but I have a lot of new subscribers now, probably 40,000 since I said this. When I started YouTube, it was not with money in mind. I mean, when I started YouTube, it was before monetization, before Gurgle was even in it. Well, they had just purchased YouTube, I believe. I think they were just in the process of purchasing it when I started in 2009. So yes, I'm planting corn. You will see that it's coming. But anyway, I started YouTube because I wanted to show people what it was like to be on a family farm. We were milking cows. I was growing corn, soybeans, wheat. I was doing rye. I did all that stuff. My older videos, they have all that stuff on there. I'm not growing weed. I'm not growing weed, so stop it. I am going to go to bed. So anyway, I figured I'm going to do this for about a year. There's only so much that people can watch of a guy running around with his camera. And back in those days, I only did put one video a week, sometimes two. When I really got ambitious, I put 3 up. And I had started, I started in October, but it was a whole year. And in those days, you had to have a certain amount of subscribers, and you could apply when you had like 1,000 subscribers. You could apply to get monetization. I didn't have 1,000 subscribers at that time, but I had content, and Google actually approached me about putting ads on my channel. And to be honest with you, I remember when Chucky 2009 actually put, please make more 2-cylinder videos, Wes. I will. And you're going to have to love the John Deeres. I mean, come on. Whatever happened in the past with your family member and John Deere is a company. They don't care about you. But 2-cylinder Deeres are fun. And I do believe you have an A, right? Didn't you buy an A? But anyways, I remember when Chucky actually signed up for monetization. And he was like, yeah, I applied and I got denied. I think you got denied like twice, didn't you? But I didn't want to go through the denial process. What I thought and what I felt at the time was, I'm going to put this content up here, and I'm going to do well. And if they ask me, because I knew they were asking people to sign up, like David's Farm was asked, and his first check was like $700, and then the next one was like $2,000, and then the next one was like, he couldn't show it on film because they told him, don't show how much you're making. And it was in the $12,000 to $14,000 a month. And he was really at his height, he was getting over $20,000 a month on YouTube. The retarded policeman, that guy, the Perry brothers, they were making buku bucks, I guess. It's buku. Here in New Jersey, it's buku bucks. Too bad if you like buku, but it's buku bucks, man. They were making so much money, and then they screwed up and erased their channel, and they had to restart over, and they never did gain traction. But they asked me if I wanted to monetize my ads. In the first one, I got a check for 68 cents in the mail, and I was excited because I got 68 cents. Now, there's people out there that are going to say, oh, Google never did anything under $100. It's not true. I got that check for 68 cents or $1.68 or whatever the hell it was now. It's been so long ago that they sent an email out like that after I received that check, that beautiful Google check that had Google on the side of it, and you peeled the sides off and you had a check. That was when they were sending checks. They said, we will no longer be sending checks for anything under the amount of $100. Yeah, you need to do more Deere stuff. Come on, man. John Deere brings in the broads. Well, I think you got a girlfriend, and I'm glad you don't introduce her, because that would just open you up to like mountains and mountains and mountains of criticism. So yeah. 51A. Can't wait to get it going. They're fun. The petcocks underneath are 51s. Yeah, you got a starter, so you probably don't even have petcocks on that. That's a 321 motor in that. But yeah, those are finicky little bastards. The 51 has got the same block in it as what the 60 has, and they are replaceable bearings. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, criticism is always fun if it's constructive criticism, but blatant idiots just drive me nuts. But anyway, I think I'm tired and I think I want to go to bed. See if I got any footage of anything. I don't know if I do or not. I don't have anything to import here. Why was there an import? Anyway, I can do away with that because I just don't. Oh, there it is. I actually do have some footage that I can post. I'm not going to grab a beer. I don't like beer. I have beer downstairs, but anyway, I think I don't need an Alice Chalmers. I do not. I actually have an Alice Chalmers lawnmower. When you bought a Simplicity tractor back in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, you had a choice between Simplicity or Alice Chalmers paint. And I actually have an Alice Chalmers. I do need sleep. So anyway, I'm going to go to bed. And thanks for everybody that did the super chats. That was awesome. And thanks for everybody that stuck around. I had well over 1,000 subscribers tonight, which was great. I was glad that everybody came and went as they pleased. I've got 730 likes with 732 likes with 731 people watching as I'm signing off. So how often does that happen that the likes are matching the people that are watching? That's next to impossible. And now it's climbing. So yeah, that's awesome. So anyways, thanks guys. Thanks for being here, and just normal videos will resume possibly tomorrow. I have some footage. I actually had to go to New York City last week sometime, and wow, well over 800. So now it's exceeding. So that's great. But anyways, thanks for watching, and don't worry, because there's sure to be more if I could figure out how to end this thing. I'm so tired. Yeah. Tuck Timothy in. I ain't tucking Timothy in. I should tell him to go to bed, though. But anyways, thanks again. Have a good one. Bye.